And sentence you to the only lawful sentence that this court can impose, and that is mandatory life in prison without the eligibility for parole.
Oh man, what's the business? You already know what time it is. It's your folk Marquise, man. Welcome to another episode of Keys Reacts, man. That's right. Welcome to another episode of Keys Reacts. This one right here is John serious, man. I can only imagine how homeboy felt. This ain't a game out here, even though these brothers living like it is one. Let's get right to it.
We now know a local rapper and his cousin will spend the rest of their lives in prison. Hakeem Robinson, also known as Ksoo, along with Leroy Whitaker Jr., were sentenced today in the death of Charles McCormick Jr. Our Haja Baj joined us live outside the Duval County Courthouse this evening. And Haja, tell us more about what happened inside the courtroom.
Yeah, guys, I was in the courtroom today when Robinson and Whitaker found out they'll be spending the rest of their lives behind bars without parole. Now, both men declined to speak as the judge announced their sentences.
His life was taken unjustly, and the ripple effect of the act that has forever changed his family, friends, and community. But it brings some kind of relief knowing that this individuals will no longer have the power to take another life.
Is there anything you wish to say? Okay. By unanimous verdict, and at this time, this court will then adjudicate you guilty of that offense and sentence you to the only lawful sentence that this court can impose, and that is mandatory life in prison without the eligibility for parole.
Jacksonville rapper Hakeem Robinson, also known as Ksoo, and his cousin Leroy Whitaker Jr. were sentenced Wednesday to life in prison without parole for the 2020 killing of 23-year-old Charles McCormick Jr. According to the police, McCormick was shot on January 15, 2020 at Dames Point Plaza in Arlington. An officer witnessed the shooting and said the gunman stood over McCormick and fired a rifle before fleeing in a Nissan Altima. The officer pursued the car until it crashed. 3 people ran from the scene. Robinson and Whitaker were later arrested and charged with first-degree murder. A jury unanimously found Robinson guilty for first-degree murder on July 31st of this year. Family members of McCormick were in the courtroom, sharing their grief and sending a message to the community.
Check it out.
We pray that this moment causes reflection, not only for those being sentenced, but for anyone listening. One reckless moment, one decision can destroy many lives, including your own.
Just one.
As a community, we must take a stand against music and messages that glorify real violence and the loss of innocent lives.
There you go.
Now, Hakeem Robinson's team will be back in the courtroom later this month to discuss attorney fees, and of course, we'll continue to provide more updates as it develops. Reporting live outside the Duval County Courthouse, Haja Baj, First Coast News, on your side.
Man, it's so real. It's so real because I feel sorry for these dudes. I do. Because it's a lot of different people on the internet. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of different people, types of people on the internet. You got some people on the internet that's real gangsters, real thugs, been out there busting guns, selling drugs, hustling, you know what I'm saying? Putting in work, like all of that, you know. Cats that been to prison, some cats on there still in prison, you know. I'm gonna take the full screen. I'm working on different little ways of showing up, but this stuff real, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't come on here and try to act like super tough guy, super gangster and all that. But I did have my time out there, you know, and I did do certain things. I did do some stuff. I have been locked up, you know, several times. By the grace of God, I ain't never do no time, you know, and I ain't never, the code so ingrained, like, I ain't never snitched, I ain't never rat, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never point no fingers with no wires, do nothing crazy in 2 days, like none of that. But that's real. I've stood in those shoes in circuit court and had the judge look at me and say, Mr. Trent, you know, I sentence you to, you know, look, read it, John. I sentence you to whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's a real moment, bro. That's a real moment when somebody else is literally holding your hands. literally holding your life in their hands, in the palm of their hands, man, reading the paper, looking at the paper, and just sentencing you. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10, 15, 20. She said the only lawful, like she was impacted by what they did, their actions. She said, we sentence you to the only lawful. She was like, man, you don't leave me no choice. The way you did that, boy, the hate in your heart, whatever, you know, I believe that from what I just saw one of the other YouTube, I didn't watch the whole YouTube, I just even looked at the headline. They played his music. And he was a drill rapper. I've been saying I hate drill. I hate drill music because it's genocidal music. It literally is, man. You know, I grew up listening to Cash Money and 3 6 Mafia, you know what I'm saying, Hypnotized Camp Posse. And yeah, I listen to some New York cats too, you know, some little Dipset, little 50 Cent here and there and all that. But like, I listen to a lot of 3 6 Mafia. Devil music, you know, that horrorcore music. I grew up listening to that stuff. I definitely bumped my Cash Money, Hot Boys, and you know, they was on some Shoot 'em Up, Bang Bang and all that. As time went on, you know, definitely Jeezy, Gucci, not a lot of Gucci, but Jeezy, Ross, getting some money, you know, get to the money, Shorty Low. But like drill was a whole nother monster that hit the community, just like crack hit the community. In a perfect storm, I talked about it in my book, Overstanding. And even what she said, I talked about that stuff in my book, Overstanding, a comprehensive look at gangster rap and subgenres. Their effects on our generation, this stuff is real, man. Drill music. They went and drilled that boy, they stepped on him. They caught a hat. At the end of the day, we people, man. That's somebody's son. And I get it. Don't get it twisted. I done been in real situations. I done been on, you know what I'm saying? I done been in some real life situations. Like, you know what I'm saying? I get it. But that's why I'm making these videos. I ain't just making these videos to try to glorify it and just get paid and all that. I do want to cause change. I do want to impact change. I do want a young brother, sister to stumble across this joint, watch the video and listen to it. I want them to feel the impact of them words, because at the end of the day, like, this is real life, bro. You can see that joint hitting home, boy. One thing that I've been saying for years as I've experienced it myself, reality hits you in waves. Reality hits in waves. You will experience something as a person. It definitely may be traumatic, especially when it's traumatic. And what happened, boom, you experienced it. All right, now life going on. Some time going on, boom, the reality of what really happened hit you. Some time go on, boom, the reality of what really happened hit you. Time go on, and boom, it might take weeks, months, maybe even a year where the reality of what you've experienced really hits you, man. That woman sat there and looked at that boy and said, we sentence you to life in prison. That's one thing without the possibility of parole. So that literally means that boy is going to die in that facility. I want you to sit with that for a little bit. Mr. Whoever, Miss Whoever, we sentence you to life in prison. That boy, 26 years old. That man, 36, 46, 56, 66, 76, 86, die. Unless somebody shank him up in there. Or unless he just can't take it no more and he take his own life. I've talked to lifers, you know what I'm saying? They got life in prison. And all you can do is all they can do. Take it one day at a time. But to literally know and live with the reality that you'll spend the rest of your natural life in a prison. Because when you out there, that's what I was getting ready to say. When you out there, and you smoking weed and you sipping lean and you popping pills and Molly and you just caught up, you know, you just caught up in the whirlwind, man. It's devilish. It really is. It really is, man. You caught up in it and the enemy in your head. You know what I'm saying? You listening to this murder music all day. You making music about it. You got beef, you got animosity, you got anger. You smoking, you high, your baby mama piss you off, your girl piss you off. They doing this, they done hurt your homeboy, they done killed your people. They go put somebody in the dirt. I don't know what homeboy they did. Like I said in the last video, Don't get it twisted. These cats that be losing their life, yeah, you know, a lot of times they be in it. They be in the mix. They be robbing, they be setting up, they be, you know, and they be dissing and all of that. I don't wish death on either side. I truly wish there was a ceasefire. I truly wish that they could forgive one another. I really do. I'm married. I got children. I got nieces. I got nephews. I got nephews growing up. And what people don't see is like, if we stay in this mentality, if our people that's in that stay in this mentality, never squash beef, never call a ceasefire, never call a truce, it's gonna be, it's genocide, man. It's going to keep happening. You have chat like, have you, like, for those of y'all that's parents, like, hold your child, go look at your child. They in the room, sleep, they whatever. Look at your children, man. Do you want them being victims of the violence? Do you want your little girl, your little daughter knocked up, having children at 13, 14, 15, 16, 17? Do you want your little dude out there thugging, banging, stacking signs and all of that, and his brain's knocked out? Yellow tape all around because we don't want to change how we moving as a people. Is that what you want, man? Like, keep it real with yourself. You don't owe me an answer. Go look in the mirror, talk to God, do whatever, but keep it a band. Because if we never do nothing different, it ain't gonna stop. It's your folk Marquise, man. You see what it is. Lord save my city. Only God can save us, man. Not a president, not a march, not a nothing. We need Christ, man. We need Jesus. We need salvation. We need repentance. We need conviction. That's what's really gonna change it. Check out the link down below. Lord save my city. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share this with somebody else. I'll catch y'all on the next one. God bless.